staying in it. Such a good beat. How long are we going for? Forever! It's just a dance stream now. What a good time.
Good morning.
Get that blood pumping.
Good afternoon. Good evening. I feel like I can't even hear myself. Am I making noise happen? Chat. I think so. I see my levels. Don't I? I see my levels. Things are happening.
I hope they are.
You know what? If they're not,
They are. They
it's
are.
fine. It's fine.
No, I just
No
moved
big
you up
deal.
for a day.
Yeah, I know what happened. I turned down my ability to hear myself. I turned that down. Good
Stereo.
morning in stereo. Are you doing a thing in stereo today? Yeah, we had you out. We had you out in stereo. You were doing the echo.
Ooh, okay.
Good morning.
I'm into it.
Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox Game live stream. Today is June 6th. Can't go wrong whether you're an American or anywhere else in the world when you say it's 6/6 2022 today. The time is now 8:11 p.m. my local time. But if you're joining us in the Asia Pacific region, good morning. If you're joining in India, good morning. If you're joining us from Africa, good morning. If you're joining us in the UK, all by yourself, not in the EU, good morning. I don't know why I like to point that out now. I just think it's funny. Is it funny? People from the UK who are watching, is that funny? Chin Weko. Chin Weko? Chin W Eco. Just gonna say your name every way possible. Birthday's in 2 days. Good morning. Happy birthday to you. We'll see you on Thursday when it is your birthday, if you so are inclined.
Right.
Having a good time. What is that?
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. At first I thought you were wearing an eye patch because of the harsh shadowing.
Right. Everybody else that's not on Twitch.
Oh,
there's
that's great.
An emote made from OG Shakespeare that is our two
Yeah.
faces combined.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a good time.
It's a special one. Chat! We got some stuff going on today. We got a couple of little pieces of news to talk about. And what games are we playing afterward, Conrad?
Oh, we're going to be starting off with Half Dork's Sandy Bird.
Okay. All right.
At least that was my plan for the day.
I like it. It's a good plan. Chat! Each and every day, 5 days a week, on this channel, all the way until we get to NFT NYC in just a couple of weeks now. We are playing the games that you created inside the Sandbox Game Maker, that you published into the Sandbox Game Maker gallery, possibly so that you could work towards creating it for the metaverse. Maybe you submitted it for a game jam. Maybe it's a game you created months ago and you want to get back to it. Regardless, our goal here on this show is to help you make better content for the metaverse. Whatever that means, you know? Sometimes we play games that are just social hubs and experiences, try to break those. Sometimes we play games like what you're seeing on the screen here, which we haven't, to be clear, we have not play tested. But we play anything under the sun. You may have just started developing in the Game Maker yesterday, and you're thinking to yourself, I want to create something all new and special. You might have created an experience that is simply 4 wolves on a default template, but we will give you the feedback that you desire to help your experience get better. That's what we do on this show.
Sometimes we don't have enough time for 4 wolves.
I mean, yeah, it's true. But we did it once. Did it live. We got a list of games coming up right now that you guys have submitted into our queue. If you have a game that you would like us to play, you can add your game to the queue at any time. All you have to do is ask us here in the live chat. Of course, while you are asking that, you can also ask us any question under the sun, assuming that it's related to the Sandbox game. Sometimes, when it's not, we'll also answer those questions. All you have to do is put in the word question, a colon, type the question, whatever it is. We'll try to address it here live on the show while we are playing these experiences. So if it is about VoxEdit, the asset creation software that creates the cute characters that you see on the screen right now, or maybe it's about the Game Maker that helps you design these games, feel free to ask those at any time while we are live. If you're watching later over on youtube.com and you have a question, you can also submit your questions into our official Discord, which is in the description below this video, or you can join us live each and every day at 3 a.m. UTC. Questions like what IcePilot X7 asks in the chat, when Season 3? And the answer to when Season 3 is soon, TM. I can say that to IcePilot because IcePilot joins us basically every day to ask us when Season 3. So we've addressed that so many times for them. But current projection is in July, some point. We shall see as we get closer. The important thing when it comes to seasonal releases, when we talk about those, the most important thing that we have is to make sure that the quality of the content is good. So, we took feedback from you from experiences in Season 2. Many of those experiences have been updated based on your feedback. We're adding new experiences in Season 3 and having a projected 6 weeks worth of content. So we want to make sure that that content is high quality, so it's more important to make sure it's good than to make sure it comes out fast based on your feedback. And then once again, when we get to the end of Season 3, we will very likely ask you for that feedback again as we are in the alpha phase of development for our Game Maker, our website, VoxEdit, and the Metaverse. We're getting closer. Just Being Sandy said, is there any info on dates for any future public land sales? There is info on those. I have some dates in my head, but those dates are moving based on feature upgrades. So if you didn't know already, we are moving most of our assets already over to the Polygon Matic network. And when we are on Polygon Layer 2, that means that you will incur less fees by operating on their network, bringing your fees down from about $30 to $60 per transaction to less than a penny per transaction. So we want to make sure that we get those things moved over properly before our next land sale, ideally. But we may still have one. We'll see. On the ETH main network, we will see. These discussions continue to go on internally, but not gonna put it out there for a date at this time, just purely based on, really depends. It depends on what a handful of people kind of decide.
Right.
All right.
We got some questions coming in, but let's
Sure.
move on to the news. I'll get these down.
Okay, thank you. Once again, if you guys do have questions, when those questions come in, you can, of course, trust that Conrad is going to take them down to notes. Hey, can you take down the 2 things from Dryad Hunter here as well?
Oh, I already got them.
Okay, very good. All right. First bit of news here says, quick look at another quest inside the Hamsters VRs. Is this Hamster? It's, I'm going to assume this is Hamsterverse. Hamsterverse. Okay, that tracked a little bit for me. It took a minute. Hamsterverse Tiny Tokyo Town Cake Delivery. This is just a super cute little preview video. As I'm looking at these things, I want to note that I really like the way that they did the bushes and trees here, because it is a low poly version with high texture. That is interesting. I would have never considered making trees or bushes in this way, but I really appreciate that. And I know it's a little archived because we're showing it on the Twitter video here, but super cute little town. good character design without having things be too overly complex or too overly, I want to call it aliased, right? They're relatively simple shapes that are going to help when it comes to optimization of these assets while still having complex textures. And so you'll find that the CPU will perform better in these sorts of experiences just based on what I'm seeing so far here. And the GPU will have been just fine along the way. All right. Then I'm going to move on to the second bit here. This is just a quick preview, and I thought it was cute, so I wanted to make sure everybody saw it here on the show. You could follow them at AFZAINIZAM, who shared this earlier today. And then, second piece of news here says, sign up for the People of Crypto welcome list to reserve your customizable avatar here. This is at People of Crypto. If you're interested in some of these unique and diverse assets that have been created in the Sandbox game, you can check them out at any time. Super excited to see these come in because it's just nice to see things that are, you know, good representative for all peoples, you know? Like, we can all be whatever we want to be in the metaverse, including this person over on YouTube that is a robot that is already spamming us. I'm going to block this real quick. Here we go. Block, block, block. Block, block, block. There we go. All right. Let's go on into that gaming, Conrad, as those are the only two pieces of news for today. The first game that we had scheduled was... What was it today? We got a long list of them.
Okay. My volume is a little low.
Okay. I will pump it. I had you turned down to 80 on Discord. You're good now.
Did you take care of those bots for us?
I did.
Thank you so much. I was taking care of a different issue over on Twitch.
Oh. Oh, very good.
Getting more popular.
Oh, hi. How are you doing, Yaser Beams, in the chat? All right, let's see here.
Oh,
so Sandy Bird was the first one, yeah? Sandy
Bird by Half Dork, yeah.
Okay. And so, do you know which page that's on, or should I look it up?
Let me find that for you here.
Okay, thank you. In the meantime, let's see if I get a little... Hey, yo, what's up, Half Dork? We're going to be playing your game first. There it is. There it is.
Right. We did have a question from a now banned user. I have zero experience with graphics engines. How far does Voxel visual scale? And can you make things like dealer simulators or things like that in these games?
Oh, okay. Just curious. Are they banned for their next comment? After the why did you choose and L2 nonsense?
And
after that one?
Yeah. Further explanation in DMs. But don't worry about that.
Oh, very good. Okay. Now. Very good. Well, so in terms of the definition of content that you can make with voxelized style, VoxEdit specifically allows you to rig and animate your assets in a way that makes them not look like Minecraft if you like. See, if you design it properly, effectively, with the voxel style, you can design anything kind of up to and around the range of like PlayStation 1 or Nintendo 64 relatively easily without taxing the system. So, yeah, it's quite good as long as you are using the animator portion as the primary way that you design an asset. So I recommend that people, and if you've ever watched PandaPops on our Monday show, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just a couple of hours ago, she was live finishing up the last piece of this sort of like, somebody asked her to make a basement project, and she made a bunch of paintings and things like that to go in the basement to help decorate it. But the core of it that they had done was create these components individually and attach them with the rigging system in the animator. So that rigging system is really what can take your projects from like basic to fairly elevated in terms of fidelity, because you can make a single face on a character or an asset and then texturize that face individually to make it make sense in the world that you are building. Alrighty,
and the other question was from JP. Has Sandbox staking multiplier been implemented yet?
Implemented, not yet. The staking multiplier has not yet been implemented. Then the notable event will be when lands are moved over to Polygon, because currently the staking itself is happening on the Polygon network.
Correct. And then, of course, Just Being Sandy asks, should I bridge all my sand over to be ready?
That is at your discretion. Once again, I should mention that if you are looking to buy land, and there's a chance that there may still be one more sale on Ethereum. I can't confirm or deny this at this time, but it has been in the cards. It's been in the discussion when I'm in my Monday marketing meeting. It's kind of been brought up that our next sale may be sooner than we expected the next sale to be, purely on the basis that a particular partner that we may be working with is interested in possibly doing them sooner. So if that happens, then it may still happen on the Ethereum network and not happen on the Polygon Matic network. So you don't have to bridge it over yet. What I would recommend is you just wait for the announcement of when the next sale is if you're interested in land sale. Otherwise, you could bridge it over right now, if you like, to the Matic network and say, well, the next sale is not very important to you because there will be continued sales throughout the rest of the year.
Excellent. And Sandy Bird's going to be on page 4344.
Okay, thank you.
And Metaverse Guy over on Twitch asks, when do the first gems and catalysts drop?
Gem and Catalyst will be, as far as I'm aware, the timeline could be sooner than when the lands are migrated, but inherently the lands themselves are the way that you generate them. So I don't think that's going to be the case. Technically, it is possible to do it before then, but we want to stick with the original roadmap with regards to that. So once again, it should be right after the lands are moved over. Then the system, I believe, is already functional, but I'd have to double check with the team on that one. But the announcement for that should come within, I think, a few weeks.
And our friend JKO006 over on Twitch says, so the roadmap for staking multiplier for May is incorrect then?
At this time it is, but that is because, once again, we want to make sure that things are functional without flaw, especially with regards to smart contracts. Part of the delay on that, JKOH, was that when we completed the smart contract coding, we then queued it up with a small number of companies. Quite frankly, there aren't too many companies that can verify a smart contract. So when we queued up to get that verification, they had a month-long wait before we could get to the front of the line. And once we had, then it's, okay, if there was an error, if there was an issue, you know, be it small or whatnot, we do have to go fix that and then once again get back in the line. So we want to make sure that these contracts that we are making are validated by external companies and not just internally. That way, you know, you can have faith and trust that we did it correctly.
Right, and we do have some people concerned about their original Ethereum land and sand.
Okay.
So they don't want to lose out on those NFTs.
You wouldn't lose out on those. There is no ETH sand pool currently rewarding sand. If you are staked with ETH sand trading pairs, then you are getting that return exclusively on the Uniswap pool. But it is not in sand. It is proportionate, equal portions return directly from Uniswap.
Right.
We will not be staking on lands on the Ethereum network at all.
And then one last question here.
Okay.
Maddox Opheria over on Twitch asks, what is a Polygon smart contract?
The same Polygon. Whoa,
yeah, we gotta fly.
Okay,
all
so
right.
Polygon smart contract is just it's a regular old smart contract, you know, but it's on the layer 2 Ethereum network instead of the Like, okay, so I can't move left to right. Oh, okay. All right. You're not supposed to touch the water. All right. Turns out. I'm
Correct.
jumping, but there's no pillars. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Oh, they coming.
All right. I see you. I see you. All right. It's not a Flappy Bird situation. It's a, okay. I mean, it kind of is. Kind of seagull. First of all,
Okay.
you should have picked any other bird because seagulls are jerks.
Oh.
So.
In the chat, Half Dork says, "You broke my game."
How long did it take, Half Dork? 30 seconds? A lot of things are broken right now. Okay. I'm not moving
All right,
left to
so
right. I assume I'm supposed to be. These pillars
It's supposed
are.
to be coming towards you. So from the right.
Uh-huh,
and there's
but it's
also supposed
going
to be
both
coins.
directions. There were 2 coins so far.
And also the score counter's broken.
Uh-huh.
And there's no more coins spawning.
Yeah. So, you ever just play games? Here, let me see what happens if I die. That's a lot of damage. All right.
There we go.
Edit mode. What up? Oh. Okay.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Okay, we're gonna start your game. We're gonna
Joseph,
yes, sir.
there is a reason why this is happening.
There is a reason why this is happening, Half Dork. But we'll see if that reason's. Oh no! Jump better, Joe. There could be a
Half
good
Dork,
reason why this is happening.
Don't be panicking.
Don't panic
There's
too
something
much.
happening on the back end here.
I'm gonna show you in a second, if I can, why this is happening. Is it working? It is not currently working.
It is not.
Yes, Half Dork, I am currently using the Sandbox Game Maker version 0.7.00. So your game is not breaking because of you. I didn't keep an installation of the older version of the game maker.
Right.
Now, this version of the Game Maker will not be in public distribution for probably 2 or 3 weeks. But why is it breaking? Let me think. Edit mode. Can I edit it? I cannot because it's not my drafts. So I cannot do that. Might have been able to see what's a few files between friends. My job, King of Crypto, actually. It would be my job. So the new version currently breaks Half Dork's logic, but that may be for a number of reasons. And that is up to our quality assurance team to play these contents and understand why those logics are breaking. So let me see if I go try out another experience that I know to be functional. Let's try the murder mystery in the Candyverse, just for experiments purposes. I have played this game many times, and many times on the stream. It shouldn't take me very long, and I'm just going to speed run through it, if that's okay, Conrad. Sorry about the
Oh, you're fine.
running into this. I just want to see, because this doesn't have like super complex logics, but it does have some good logics to it.
I got to mess around a little bit earlier today. So I'm curious how this is going to go too.
All right.
I, of course, wasn't in one of these experiences in the draft gallery. I was doing my own testing, though.
Dun dun dun. Don't tell anybody. He broke it.
I didn't say anything.
Broke the internet. Okay. All right. Trying to load. Here we go.
Remember,
Here we go.
I haven't signed an NDA.
Yes, that is true. That is why I'm asking you politely not to tell
You can't
anyone.
fight me.
Chief Gnome Detective is here and needs to speak with you. Find him near the case tracker. All right. Let's go. Hello, Detective. The king has been murdered. I have read this many times on stream. If you'd like to check out this game, you can watch or play it inside the Sandbox Game Maker gallery right now. I'm going to speed run through this. Essentially, I am going to talk to the suspects. They are going to give me motives. They are going to show me the weapons that they may have used when I discover where all the weapons are. And that is basically it. Speak with the queen. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm feeling like my jump is a little more bouncy now. I like this jump. All right. So I'm just speed running through everything. Speak with the Candyman. Who can take the sunshine? What's up? Seems pretty sus. Speak to the princess. She's in another castle. Where's the princess? Ah! Oh, that's a bit sticky, isn't it? The water or liquids are a bit stickier. Where's the princess? The baker? Oh, there she is. There she is. No! Wait, how do I get up here? How do you get up there?
Carefully.
Oh, I gotta go. Okay, alright, I see. Gotta go from this platform to that one. Come on back, platform.
When double jump, right?
When double jump? I mean, oh no!
You played yourself.
Soon, TM. This is the Alpha 2 Game Jam. This was an Alpha Season 2 Game Jam game. That is true. It was a winner. And it was in Alpha 2. But I'm checking it out because I want to see all of the different logics that were in this game, if they're all still functional as expected. All right. It's definitely Lord Licorice. Let's go. What? Yeah. Seems like water is a bit more sticky now. All right, it's ridiculous. I'm considered a suspect. All right, Candy Sword, got it. Lady Lollipop lost her business. And then the baker. I think the baker is the last one you're meant to talk to. All right. And the detective. Yes, I did.
We are doing well, Game Dizzy. Nice to see you as well, friend. And we will get to your guys' questions in just a moment here as we're testing out this game with a mystery build. Oh, I don't remember them moving like that.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, they
It's
didn't
been
walk.
too long.
Beat them up. Oh, they beat me up though. Wait, was this game equipment locked?
Good question.
Yeah, that'll be a very good question. Be interested to know. Oh, wait.
Wants to see a game with lots of water.
Yes, maybe you do. I'm dying because I don't have equipment. Give me equipment. What games have lots of water? Anybody know of games with a lot of water? A lot of water in them. Yeah, see, that's there could be a number of reasons why that's happening, so I want you guys to take that with a grain of salt as I'm playing this experience. It's possible that I don't have access to NFTs for another reason, as this version of the Game Maker. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but it's possible this version of the Game Maker is trying to read for assets on the Polygon network and not the Ethereum mainnet. I am not sure. Okay, so back in this level, there was the candy cane staff. So I know that that is not the issue. In this level, whoop. Bleh, bleh.
We do have a game. Game Jam Free Diving Spearfisher.
Okay.
It's The game Dizzy pointing that one out for.
A water game?
A water game.
What are you doing? Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
Ridiculous.
Skyball
Well,
trophy.
I am Bengali. Says over on Twitch, what happens if after the move to Polygon, the L2 becomes unstable, like Solana? What is the backup plan, if any?
The layer 2 network could only become unstable if we had... I mean, I guess the same question is true with the Ethereum network. What happens if when we go live with our sales, with our UGC, we put so many transactions per second in there that we effectively make it like the release of the other side land, where the entire blockchain was locked down for 4 hours, right? The inherent tech is built in such a way that you have a reduced number of transactions per second relative. But Polygon network isn't any more or less stable than any other chain. It's a matter of the network itself being scaled to match the demand. But that's true with any server as well, right? So when you look at Polygon, what advantages it already has, you know, a single block can handle 1,000 transactions versus a block on the Ethereum main network that handles, I think, like 100 or something like that. If it's not a smart contract, if they are smart contracts, they take up like 30 pieces of that 100 block space. So there's a lot of individual network to network things to know, but the critical thing that you should understand is that on any one sale you may have some issues, but as long as we don't design games to be like, forgive me, the Sunflower game, then we won't have that issue.
Okay. I like it. And Flavius 99 and 99. Oh, sorry, 9090 rather. Won a Wizzy the Hat a few lives ago and has yet to receive it. Don't worry, friend.
Yeah.
As long as we have the correct address, which we should, it will be with you soon. Alex sends them out probably every other week, I'd say. But
yeah,
otherwise, if you want to DM me your address, we can double check it for you if you're still having issues.
Yeah, when you send over that DM, can you just for the sake of convenience, can you do a little clip out of the YouTube video with a timestamp or something that shows when we said it out loud?
Yeah, that always helps as well.
Yeah, then we can go back and know exactly the day and date and pull the ETH address from that.
Right, and then Hudson Racing over on YouTube says, hey, how long will Sandbox be giving the 300K weekly rewards to each staking pool?
That number changes based on the number of different staking programs that we have. Once upon a time, that was 500,000 a week. But the 300,000 is kind of the standard for... I feel like I'm going to miss something in this room. I need to find all the weapons. But it's sort of the standard for what we plan to do at this time. So it should be there for quite a long time. For as long as we want to continue to have people staking on that particular network, which the demand is... Wait, I can climb the bookshelves. That person. Yes. Zoom indeed. Wait, why could I climb those bookshelves? Had to be a reason for that, right? Was there supposed to be an item up here that isn't here?
Perhaps.
Yeah, I feel like I already know who did a murder or what weapon. Don't LOL me. Darn it. I see you. Wasn't there like a platform or something that comes up here? Forgot that Cyber Phoenix did that. Ugh. Are they both LOL platforms now? Yep. You troll. In this particular experience, there used to be one. There used to be something that, like a platform that comes up here as well. Interesting.
Pilot does
Oh, here we
confirm
go.
there used to be an item.
There's a
The top
thing.
center of the climbable wall.
Okay, am I supposed to get over there? Forget where this item is. Oh yeah. No, come here. Hmm. See that? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Darn it. I got stuck in the... Why? Why you do this to me, Donuts? Alright. 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 Here we go.
All right, our friend Bin4896 over on Twitch asked, did the Sandbox create its own blockchain?
We did not. What is here?
And then Dr. Metaverso
Something is here that broke.
says, I have a question on the sand versus M sand. And
Yes.
what will happen to the sand once you move to Poly?
M-Sand is the on the Polygon network version of the ERC20 token. That is all. That means they are the same thing, but one of them is on layer 2 network, specifically Polygon. The reason it has the M is because Polygon network tokens, their native token is called Matic.
And then Jacob over on YouTube, if I used a VPN during the Alpha Season 2 earlier, could I get a raffle reward? I don't know if that was the reason why I didn't get kicked out.
You could have, but at this point you are far too late to send in a support ticket. We did. Let me see. I lit up many of the weapons, but not all of them. So interesting. I grabbed those, but I didn't get the donut, the golf club, or some kind of drink. Yes, we allowed for support tickets to come in for about 2 weeks after the end of the Alpha Season 2. Now that we are far away from that, we won't be able to accept any more tickets at this point. But the use of the VPN could have impacted, your ability to get those things, because people, quite frankly, a lot of people cheated from the same regions, or tried to cheat from those same regions. So if you are using a VPN that was in one of those regions, then unfortunately you may have come into the crossfire. But we did offer for a while, if people were requesting it, a compensation. All right. Let's see
so
here. You want to
spearfishing?
Yeah, I think as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that there were a couple of minor issues in this. So this will be a notice for those people who are designing currently in the 0.6.4? I don't know what update exactly it is anymore. That there may be some minor tweaks and adjustments you'll need to make when you get into the new logics. But where was that spearfishing game? What page do we know?
Yes, Game Dizzy did find it for us. Page 369, last row,
Ooh,
in the middle.
way out there. All right.
Here's the thumbnail for it is broken.
We're gonna get through this, We're gonna get there. 369. Sand Play Jam. Free diving spearfisher. Okay. See what happens. We'll see what happens. This game was designed quite a while ago. Probably on an earlier 0.6 build. So we shall see. .6.14. Thank you. All right, one thing to note that I noticed here as I'm coming into this is that each time that I have loaded, you'll see some UI elements are popping up and I have to click to confirm that I am in the experience, which is new. All right, let's teach me the basics. Spearfishing is a sport of speed. Once you dive in, you have 2 minutes before you start feeling fatigued. To restore health, get 2 oxygen, climb into this boat, climb onto an island, or find an oxygen bottle we drop. Finding the fish you want to spear may not be easy. Fish hide, the ocean is big, and chartering boats is expensive. All right. Okay. Let's see what happens. It looks like currently these swimming animations were custom. This is my character's version of walking, and I am walking here. The water may just be the surface itself. And I am... How do I go up? Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But it looks
So
like I'm just walking.
Technically no water.
There's no actual water here. The top surface has water, and you see how the coloration is different? So while I'm actually in water, I'm also slower. But as I come down into here, the designer has made it so that this actually isn't water. And I'm free falling too quickly. The animation for the walk is slow. Now I'm taking damage because I've been under the surface for too long. Under the sea. So, we may want to go find another experience that has water properly. Why is that in my head now? All right.
You said under the sea.
I know. It's crazy. You can go back up the anchor or find oxygen tanks. That's all right. So we know that. I assume that somebody wanted wanted us to load that so they could see if the swimming action works in 0.70.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. So let's try to just find one that's got like way too much water, huh? Like visually.
Joseph, you could excuse me for just a moment.
How dare.
I thought I could hold it in, but I got
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah. All right. See you soon, TM. How dare, you know? How dare. There we go. Got him camera off. All right, let's see if we can answer some questions here as we are loading into this one called Treasure Hunter, just to see. Uh-oh. Rad Condad said I shouldn't be doing this at all, which is technically true, but I don't care. What? I mean, I care intensely, but like, are we swimming? How do we swim if we do? Looks like we're not yet swimming. Not yet. Probably. Is that with an avatar in that video, or is that with a custom asset? I wonder. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. Because I'm loading assets from the product or production level, which would mean they wouldn't be ready to swim yet. Maybe the client can, but I can't. Because my avatar can't swim until that issue is up pushed to production. Well, that's fine. We solved that. Let's go back and see if we can try to play some other video games over here. Okay. What do we got else lined up? The SandFam Continental. I think I had that. if we have more issues with regards to playing these experiences here, I just want you guys to know that I will re-download the regular version of the client over the next day or so that I can play this concurrently, and I'll install it in a different folder. Because currently, every time that you install a new release version, it automatically overwrites the old release version, and I didn't account for that when I was thinking about this show. I assumed that all of the things would immediately function as they previously did, but the version that I am in is currently going through a series of QA tests from, the base functionality to how does it function with older versions of these experiences. So this experience is on page 53 to 54, somewhere in there. And SandFam Continental. Be among the first to try and find all the secrets to win some amazing giveaways. Oh, okay. Bin says, what type of game do I like? Bin, I like highly competitive games, typically multiplayer games. All right, question. PG Live PT says, I have 3 doggies avatars. Will I earn 3 times the rewards, or do I need to play the experience with each of my 3 avatars? PG Live PT, that contest or competition is in part run by the staff of the doggies, as is it a partner competition. So you'll want to check over on their official Discord for the reward question. I believe that it is a pool of rewards that is distributed based on how many entries go in. An individual, though, that is up to their team, if an individual can get multiple rewards. Has Joe played this yet? I have not played the SandFam Continental yet. Will the Matic land sales have a whitelist format? Sort of. We will implement KYC measures soon. Where is the Sandbox headquarters located, and can I visit if I wanted to? There are 3 of them. One is in Argentina, one is Uruguay, and one is in Paris. Joe, you have to get good to be competitive. I don't know if I can do that. Gotta get good. I don't know about that. Hi guys, I tried to submit my tweet with the picture of Pororo, but the website doesn't seem to approve my tweet. What should I do? Your tweet did not have any attached media. Madden, if you are having that issue, it's probably because you tried to submit the tweet just exactly as it popped up. If you do that, Twitter may do this thing called shadow banning your tweet, because it thinks that you are one of thousands of bots trying to submit the same exact comment. So when it pops up, put a sentence under there or something. Make that text a little different by adding more text to it. Don't just have the default tweet go out. All right, talk to the curator at the SandFam Continental. Well, hello. Welcome to the SandFam Continental. Here you will meet some of the SandFam creators and NFTs they have created on their own. I mean, it's all good. Imagine being a person, you know what I mean?
I know, right?
Is there any form to put my games in some lists so that you can play them live, PG Live? You just have to ask us right here, right now. We keep a list of them in a private Discord. All right. Hodel Hill says, the audacity of you.
Right. You can always tag us on Twitter as well, at RadCondad and TheVisionEX.
Mm-hmm. Will doggy owners that do not finish the steps on the Sandbox contest still be eligible to win? Nope. Not from my understanding.
After this one, Little Legion, your game, the Sand Strike Lifter, was up next.
All right.
So it is on the list.
All right. I've talked to the curator. I am looking for coins. First 5 people to collect 40 coins and take a screenshot and tag SSK Wolf and the Shakespeare on Twitter will win a Hodel Arcade golden ticket. All right.
Ooh.
Okay, so as I'm coming through here, I'm seeing some nice representations of characters on the walls. Looks like everybody's here. the gang's all here. You guys got me. You got Panda. You got Alex. You got Andy. You got Touche. You got Half Dork over here. That's pretty funny. I like that. I like what you're doing here.
I love it.
The gallery has some assets over here. I like a lot of my stuff actually in this section. Is this in front of me? Interesting.
It is.
Huh. Did not expect that. Hey, it's a picture of me in your game.
I love it.
That's funny.
Because you turned yourself into an NFT, remember?
That's true. I did. I'm on OpenSea. That's funny. Now I want to go check out Panda's assets. PandaPops got a bunch of... Oh, is that why all of the... Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks now. Got some of her axes and things like that. PandaPop's first one. Oh, that's nice. Some doggies. Whoa!
I like it.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Miss PandaPops.
You're just a whizzy.
I'm just a whizzy. Pretty soon you will have an asset that looks like me. Alex looks very tired. That particular asset looks very tired. Touche's got the puppers. Oh, Touche does have the puppers. This is how you know Touche right there. And a kitty.
I love it. It's so cool. Oh, and Nina.
Wait, where'd Nina go?
Oh. Disappeared.
What happened to Nina? Can't believe.
I swear I'm not crazy.
I'm pretty sure I saw it as well, so I don't think you are crazy.
Well, we do have a question over on YouTube.
Okay.
From Julie181. I've tried using flat asset with collision as a platform, slightly rotated and slant or straight. Most of the time, my avatar still falls down.
Okay. Well, your assets with collision on, it's flat or straight, and they're still falling. Let me reread that question. Where was that? Okay, I tried using a flat asset with collision on as a platform, slightly rotated / slanted or straight, but most of the time my asset still falls down. Okay, so if you're having an issue where you're using it as a platform, meaning that it's moving from one place to another, and your characters aren't hard attaching to that platform, one thing that you can do is to make it so that when you jump on the platform, there's a proximity trigger that makes 4 assets spawn that locks you in a box on the platform. And then when the platform gets to another destination, you can use another logic piece to destroy those 4 bits that were there. And then the same effect can happen again the next time you get on the platform, if after about a second you respawn that asset again. So it's a little bit of a complex logic to do, but not too bad. It'll take you another 5-10 minutes or so. And once you've done it once, doing it like the second, third, fourth time, it's much, much faster because you kind of already know what you're getting into. So yeah, you have the one flat asset, or you can have it pitched at an angle. It doesn't really matter. Once you get onto that, the walls, these invisible walls, can come up on the edges of the box. It's kind of standard practice in certain games to make it so that if there is a moving platform, and it doesn't matter how advanced the game, some games just choose to do this, where there is a moving platform and you can't walk off the edge. Even Minecraft did that sort of thing, where it's a toggleable option. Basically, when you toggle it, you're setting all the edges to, once again, you're stuck on the edge. You get that invisible wall that holds you on.
Game Dizzy says, add the tag, quote, require movement, end quote.
Sure.
So that may help as well.
Okay, so I'm looking at this vine and I'm thinking to myself, I can probably climb it, but I'm not sure that I can or that I'm supposed to be able to.
I know for a fact that you can.
Normally?
You can climb those. Normally you can climb those vines, yeah.
Okay. So I wonder if
Unless
I'm just
I really am
able to
crazy.
get... I just might not be tall enough yet, right? Nope. You have to jump from the left corner. Okay. Nope. Can't grab it.
Might be broken.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
They're saying try jumping back from further afar.
No. I think I'm pretty good on the height to like actually get there.
Right. There are many reasons why this is currently breaking everyone.
And it's normally not your fault.
Yeah,
in this particular case, as I mentioned at the top, I may not be able to get all the coins purely because I loaded in the new version of the Game Maker without testing first that everything was going to work just fine. This version literally got released to internal teams just today. So the adjustments that may need to be made. Oh, we got Wayward. Wow, there's so many people here.
Oh, yeah.
Cody. Lawson.
Almost everybody's here.
Gang. Gang of Crypto.
There's a reason I say almost.
Game Dizzy. Who's not here? RIP! You guys. You guys. Can't believe. Wait. Enter through the back. All right. That's what Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Like, I want to race on this racetrack. It feels like you're supposed to be able to race on this racetrack. That's all right. Let's go upstairs.
Didn't work. It's broken.
But that's, once again, that's not anybody else's fault in particular. I could not press E to enter that.
The option didn't show up, Ice Pilot.
Yeah, once again, the thing to note as we are running through this on version 0.70, this is the kind of stuff that we test internally and don't typically immediately expose you to. I don't know if you're noticing, but you see how the textures are loading based on proximity now? In the walls and stuff like that. So that is an optimization that will significantly change positively your experience when you are in the game. So I'm seeing that. Pickable is a new module. Some of these things may have changed or will continue to change, but you're seeing some of these assets load in as I'm within proximity of them. And that will be and should be a very good positive change here. I'm also seeing probably a difference in the physics on these assets that are collision on. I assume these balls would have like bounced and gone crazy in the previous version. Now they're a little bit heavier. It's not the issue of the depth of the water in this particular case, Conrad. What's happening and the reason why I may not be able to swim if I am meant to be able to is that I am loading the metadata from the current version of the dashboard, which is the website, but that is not updated to version 0.7 for the client, like to load it, right? So the client may be thinking, like, I can tell that the water has changed because it feels heavier, more sluggish when I'm in the water. Like I described it as stickier when I was in the other experience, but the way that it is. Oh, I like the Wizzy the Green doing a little breakdance on the speakers there. But there's a bunch of different things that are impacting that experience here. But I don't think that it's something that it would be a long-term issue. I think it's something that, once again, we internally have QA teams that are testing functionalities of these things as well. So the really nice thing that I'm seeing so far about 0.7, if I was just to leave a comment about the software generically, is that the textures on the walls themselves aren't loading based on distance. So I don't know how that compares. I might do a heads-up comparison live next week or something like that, just to show you the difference between what happens when we don't load all of those polys. And it's interesting, actually, now that I'm looking at this. Look at how this loads differently based on like how it's like. Is it camera proximity? Can't tell. Yeah, it is. It's the proximity of the camera, not necessarily the character, as I'm looking at those walls. So that's interesting. But that makes sense in a way, because it is like, what fidelity do I need to use is based on where the camera is, not. Oh, and the texture as well, like they're simplified textures or non-existent textures. And as I zoom in, so this is going to change a little bit of the way that we design our experiences altogether as well. Hey, Olivia, everyone can hear your conversation. The internet can hear your chat. No, it's okay.
The whole
I just want you to
internet
know.
is here.
I just want you to know. If there's something you didn't want people to hear. There we go. You probably couldn't, but I don't know.
It was too quiet.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm seeing some interesting things happening here that I like. I'm not seeing the texture on the water really change, or the texture on the ground really change, but the wall surfaces certainly did. And as we zoom in on the camera itself, it's zooming in on those things, but you're also seeing, those like light blue lines kind of come into definition as we get closer. So that's interesting.
It is.
Anyway, learning things about 0.7 more so than fixing your games live. But nonetheless, it's pretty nice.
Stuff.
Yeah. Okay, is there a way to reset the location of the platform once the avatar dies? Yes, Julie. Actually, if you would like to see more of that, I recommend going back to our show. You're already on YouTube, so go check out the show that Alex did on Saturday. A user specifically asked them to set the platform that would move in one direction or the other. If the avatar dies, what you can do is, instead of using switches that Alex showed on the show, you can use proximity-based triggers instead of manual physical, like press E to flick a switch, so that if you walk up to an area, the platform would come back to you. But if you watch the tutorial that he made, it took a little bit to flesh out because he didn't plan for it. Somebody just asked for him to do it live. But nonetheless, it was still a really good experience for learning a bit about platforms. And this is on our Saturday show. You wouldn't see me, you would see Alex Florez and Lucas on the show.
Right. That handsome, handsome man.
All right. Would you try swimming on a newly published experience? Maddox, the issue is not the experience that is published when it is published, but the suite of asset metadata for that swimming. So the game client could have the function that I could swim, but until the dashboard has the functions uploaded for avatars to have swimming and those sorts of things, then I wouldn't be able to swim in the game. So there are multifaceted components that make those things work.
And Wolf wants you to go down to the bottom and try the parkour that's there.
Okay, sure.
And earlier, Ben asked me a weird question.
Okay.
I'll find it here again.
Whee!
Rad, what game type you're like? Are you asking me
What types of games do you like?
I was thinking that, or is it, what type of game am I? Is it more...
Oh, now we're getting real psychological, real.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Am I an FPS?
Are you an FPS?
Or just a boring life sim?
Boy, I really hope you're not an FPS.
Same. I can guarantee you I'm not.
Okay. So you want the parkour challenge on this portion of the level. But I think the parkour challenge that you want is that I climb the vines. Is that correct? Because that's the only thing that's here.
Can you go further down?
Oh, you can. You're right.
Apparently an RPG.
He's an
There you go.
RPG. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. User beams. Good call. Little role play.
Just a simple role-playing game. It's all a facade.
Ooh, these are going fast. Gotta go fast.
These are zipping.
No! Immediate failure.
I believe.
You know what?
If you
gonna
could
do
do
You believe you
that
can
Rampage
achieve, right?
game, I think you can do this.
Hey, you remember that Rampage game? I just had to clutch it. Clutch or kick. There was less than a minute left when I finished.
I feel horrible that I can't remember the name of the actual experience.
Definitely not Rampage.
Definitely not Rampage is the name
Yeah.
I'm going with. Thought you were gonna skip
Is this
that
the
one.
right way?
Looks like it.
Imagine. Imagine.
So close.
Imagine.
But Ben, I do enjoy hyper-competitive games. I have a hard time with single-player games nowadays.
No!
So if I can Ape Rage, there you go. I think that was the game, Box goes. But if I can make sure that somebody else is losing on the other end, I'm having a better time. As horrible as that sounds.
This does spark joy. No! Why do you have to do this to me?
Just like the same kind of enjoyment I get from watching Joe fail over and over again.
The barrels are evil, you know.
They are. All right, we got a question from Not Jackie Chan over on YouTube.
Okay.
Will there be a way to clone an experience we create or own? I hope not, but either way, that would be cool.
No. Not that, I mean, you want to clone it for yourself? I don't know. I don't think so. That's not really in the plan. But
So, like, take a published experience and then,
not something someone else has published, that's for sure.
right. Take their game and then use it as a template.
That was a better jump there.
There we go, you got it. But to elaborate further, Ben, so I don't look like such a sadomasochist, I do a lot of MOBAs and card games and things like that. So
He likes MOBAs. Uninstall, chat. Don't let him have it.
right. Game Dizzy says it would be cool to have a version history. That would be nifty. I'd like to see the older data, how they've changed the game over time.
No! What are those barrels? Those barrels are the devil. There's no resting place in the middle. There's probably a good way to do that, but this is punishing.
Just push the boxes in the center over against the wall so you don't have to redo everything.
Wait, what?
What Turbo Tim says.
What? Wait, that's cheating. Hacker. Ugh. They don't even push. Boxes push differently now. They don't just flip. You have to, like, it takes work. You can't pick them.
Oh no. I believe.
If you believe you can achieve. Come on. Get out of there. Oh my goodness.
Use
Go.
the push.
Go.
A lot easier apparently.
Go. Go. Go! Okay.
It's not happening.
That almost worked when I got louder. You think that's going to do it? There we go. Get the heck out of here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
That's
Now we're...
correct.
Nope. Wait. Nope. See, the good bad thing is that you can now walk on these objects. It's clambering them just... So, like, it's so bad. It's not bad, but it's just not what I'm used to anymore. So like physics exists, but it's not so like bouncy. That's funny.
Oh goodness.
Oh, 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 oh. Hiya.
Mike
Hiya.
has a question over on YouTube. Will there be multiplayer in the sandbox?
Yes. Actually, ironically, that thing you just saw with the physics of that box is part of the necessity to getting good, high-quality multiplayer. So, how does that work differently? Well, when you have boxes with polys on them instead of just boxes that are flat. See, flat boxes are sad to push. Nobody likes to push a flat box. Make it a circle. Suddenly, things are working better. So when the polys aren't just, you know, sticky because they...
Going Rufu.
Yes. This did get more difficult in 0.70.
Right. Rufu came in and said, "G'day, Ron Rad and Dale."
Dale?
Corrected themselves for me, but apparently you're Dale from Chippendale.
Hi, my name is Dale. I run a bicycle shop.
Is that it?
I don't know.
I'm with the character now.
Yep.
Dr. Metaverso asks, will there be any casinos in the sandbox?
Eventually, yes, but age gating is necessary. Also, the know your customer or know your consumer function that we will be implementing in the near future also will help with that because we can be sure that people are old enough to party. All right, it's 9:20 p.m. chat, and you know what that means. Nothing in particular, but I am going to do a giveaway. Let's go. Let's give away a little Wizzy the Green hat here. This particular asset is running out. We are running out of them. Getting close to 200 distributed. And when they are finished with distribution, Alex will be, as per the request of people in the chat on the Saturday live stream, creating a Wizzy the Purple hat. What traits that will have when it comes, we will find out. But for now, the Wizzy the Green Lucky hat can be used inside any combat-based experience in the Sandbox game or the Sandbox game gallery, assuming you are using version 0.6.14. Let's get this distribution out here. Let's see how many people have really been watching this show. Let's see.
When forum?
We're going to do it. I got to shorten the URL. I made a new security question for it. Here you go, chat. Let's see if people have really been watching the show. You must have really actually been paying attention during the show in order to get this question correct. And if you have, then you'll be eligible. If you don't get it right, sorry, you can't win.
It is a simple yes or no.
That's true. Still going to try to get this parkour done, but you guys can see that it is harder than ever. Because I'm awful at this game. Oh, that's crazy. You don't want this NFT guy's Wizzy blew his nose in it. I like this, not Jackie Chan's. It's making a lore for the reason why you don't want it. Just let me have it and I'll throw it away. Yeah, no, I understand. Yep. I understand. Yeah. You don't want this one. No, this one's gross, you know. Blew my nose into it. Got all that mucus on it, you know what I mean?
Why it's green?
No good. It's that tracks. That tracks. Oh my gosh, I'm awful. How can I not just climb a ladder?
Joe, when will land migrate to Polygon?
Soon TN. So, as we mentioned earlier, the land migration has been halfway completed. We automatically upgraded all of the current existing smart contracts to the new version of the Ethereum smart contract, which prepares them for the move to Polygon Network. We also have a bunch of other things on the dashboard, little hints that we are super close in preparation for that. But once again, as I mentioned earlier, all of our smart contracts, before we confirm them and use them, we make sure that multiple security validators validate those smart contracts to be good and legitimate. So once they have validated, then we can make it happen for you. We don't want to do it too early, though. You want to make sure that it's right. You want to make sure that it's good, that it will be error-free and optimized as much as possible. We got 55 responses so far. Yeah, thank you, Rufu. You're very nice. I see you. I've been paying attention, but I feel like this is a trick question. It's not a trick question. There is a correct answer.
I believe.
It does say yet, and you saw it here, so you know the answer. I only had one light on today, Conrad. It just occurred to me. Normally I have another spotlight on over here.
Oh, I thought it was just because the sun was...
No, sun's getting real low,
earlier.
Big guy. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't turn on the
second
now,
light.
Big
Dog.
Yeah. Wow, big dog. Wow. 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 Conrad. Triggered. Yeah.
Laser beam staying there.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
We did play that math game. We had a good time with that one. It's a little busted, but...
Yeah, the thing about the math game, Rufu, is we played it, I think, 2 days ago. But when we played the maths game, a couple things happened. First, the numbers only worked once, so you could have a process of elimination. Secondly, the questions never changed. Yes. Laserbeam says, stealing my lines, and that we shut off that light for the mid, meaning average, quality new Harry Potter movie. Sorry.
It was lower
Warner.
than that for me.
It was lower, really? I thought it was, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It was cleaning up a lot from the last movie, so that was good, you know?
Yeah. Just let it go.
I mean, there's at least 2 more left, you know what I mean? They're definitely...
They're grasping at straws.
They are. It is far too long, and they could have solved things much better, cleaner, and faster. Like, I was like, oh, nothing happened. But
Right.
Yeah.
A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Joe did get
I did get an F in math on the video game. Math is and was one of my favorite topics. I would sometimes get low marks in math here in American school, however, because I didn't like the fact that I was just able to find the answer. So I could just find the answer, and the teacher would be like, excuse me, but the process is what I'm looking for. So when I didn't write out the process, they were like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Dare.
How dare you? How dare you be able to do this math? I was once quoted for the teacher having said, okay, 59 times 25 isn't really as hard as you think, depending on how you break it down. Yeah, because...
1475? Is that right?
Yes, it is. Hell
yeah.
Hacker. But, you know, you do the thing, and Laserbeams is a math teacher, so it was good. But when I did the maths, you know, I was once quoted with them being like, you literally couldn't have done that in your head, but it's just a matter of time. Of course, I'm becoming an old person now. Did you say fail, Danimal? No,
hold on.
No, that was correct.
Oh,
that was correct.
I think that was in reference to our failure.
Oh, yes.
On the math.
Yeah. But the math game, the
itself.
interesting thing about the math game here inside the sandbox is that's clearly based on time. And as a developer, when you were developing that time, like rubric there, that was because you already knew all the answers before you set the time. So when you went to test it, you couldn't have done it in your head. How did you do it then? I mean, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could possibly do it in your head, but it was a question of like how fast it happened. And once again, it's about the process, right? So it's something that I learned as an older person that I didn't care about as a child, right? As a child, I was like, well, the whole point is to get the answer. But in reality, you know, if I was to make a mistake, how would they know how to help me learn it? That is by writing out the process. So, you know, you don't understand that as a kid. You're like, well, who cares? I got the answer, you know. But then again, to be fair, they also told me in high school, you're never going to carry around a calculator in your pocket every day. And like, yes, I am. Yes, I will. Those words are 90% of my job. There it is. The process. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Anyway, so let's close down this forum here. Got 132 responses right now with 138 people in chat. So that tracks. It's going to be funny if you guys get the question wrong. If you get the question wrong, remember, you're not eligible. So I may have to roll a few times. 132.
And Rocky, we have yet to play your Rubik's Cube game. There was Rubik's Portal, rather. I know Alex did play it. It was pretty cool.
All right. On an RNG, between 1 and 132, I rolled a number 12 today.
Ooh, real low.
And answering the question, can we swim yet in version 0.7? They said not yet, which is the most complete answer possible. Over on YouTube.com, the winner is Anton Verkovsky. I think I got that right. Verkovsky.
Congratulations, Anton.
Yeah. Anton, congratulations. We will put you in the list for distribution within the next couple of days here. I currently have queued up, let's say Cruz, I think. Flavius, I haven't put you yet on the form for Alex to send it out because that was just from the 3rd, and we usually do that once a week. So don't worry. I think you submitted earlier asking if we... Yes. Anton Verkovsky, right? Yeah, kind of right? Yeah, kind of right.
Whatever.
Wait.
I did my best.
No, wait. On YouTube, it says Verhovsky. But on the form, it says Verkovsky. You put a K in there.
Okay.
So did you spell it wrong on YouTube or did you spell it wrong on the form?
Either way, it misclicked.
Is it like with weird because English and like it's written in Cyrillic or other characters? Well, yeah, it's kind of the same. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
There we go.
So I'm just over enunciating it as a weird American person. That makes sense. That tracks.
And here's the final question of the night from Randuxy. If you are going to implement KYC, will we be warned when it's coming?
I am warning you right now, it's coming. That is all. There will be some form of warning, but it will probably be more so an announcement than a warning.
Right. It'll be a realistic announcement. Instead of Joe just going, boom, quick fire.
Well, I didn't just out their real name. It's like they're on YouTube with that name. If they would have submitted username potato, I would have said it. You know what I mean? It wasn't a trick question. It was a good question. It was a good question.
Is there a typo on?
Can you say emu? That's what we would say, emu. Still a typo in the description? No. They're just messing around. No, because we typed GMAE. Like good morning, afternoon, evening.
It was like,
yeah.
I swear I spelled Continental.
It's the
right.
good morning, afternoon, evening show. GMAE, not game show. We're not a game show.
Oh.
We do play games.
Emu?
We test your games.
Why are we saying emu?
Yeah. I said emu. You said emu.
Emu.
It's interesting. We like live within 30 minutes, 40 minutes of each other. We still say it differently. See, most Americans say emu. That's what I would read that as. They're wrong.
Leonardo.
Most Americans.
There was a game that we played that had the illusion of swimming, but otherwise swimming is not quite.
Yeah, the Leonardo, what defined that particular game, what they did was they replaced the avatar with an alternative character where that character's walk animation was swimming. So whenever you went down to a surface, you were swimming. And it's okay. I mean, I didn't randomly draw your name anyway. But the what they did there was they made it so there was a top layer of water. And then when I went down into the water, I wasn't swimming the whole time. That'll be critically different from when swimming is properly enabled. You should have seen it. A tweet went out from Arthur Madrid a day or so ago. I could probably pull it up. I retweeted it. So let me see if I can pull it on my profile. Eventually, who, where, what's going on here? These are days, these are forever ago. This is May. Joe. Maybe it's in tweets and replies. Maybe it's in tweet. Maybe tweets and replies shows my retweets. Here we go. Arthur shared this. He said, team, do not share, please. And you see how swimming is way different? Able to actually have sort of like a flying effect in the water.
Right.
And there's like different layers as well. You went into like a breaststroke there when we got to the top level of the water. So it's considerably different than what we currently have in the system. But this is part of that 0.7.x suite. So I was testing to see if it was already ready, but there are two components to making this function. One is in the dashboard on the website at sandbox.game, where we actually have all the animations for the avatars / humanoid assets. And then we have the other component, which is inside the client / game maker itself. So it may be ready in the game maker, but it's not ready yet in the actual website.
Right. And also Rufu over here trying to pick a fight.
There we go.
When their country lost against the emus. So I can
Wait,
say it
what?
however I want.
That doesn't make sense. What?
You don't know about the Great Emu War?
I am not familiar.
I'm gonna have to share this information with you. It's a good time. We'll learn about it after
That's
the
funny.
stream.
Rufu says, you guys are funny, but you're funny to Rark up. You know, it's my understanding that people in Australia just say whatever. And then when you're like, is that actually how you say that? They're like, yes, it is. So that you'll go to Australia and they'll be like, ha ha ha, you're an idiot.
Right.
That's my understanding of that. I'm pretty sure the word Rark is the same thing. Rark is one of those not real words. Like, you don't even use that, but you're just trying to get us to be like, is that a word? So you're like, yes, it is. That's the block.
They're on to us.
Yeah, that's right. Hot chips and sauce.
Alrighty, Justin.
All right, Conrad.
Let's close this out.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure to hang out with you here. We're going to go over to twitch.tv/thesandboxgame, where on our own channel, we can click on The Sandbox and see who's streaming The Sandbox Game right now. And we're going to start a raid from them, the SandFam. Last person we raided, I believe, was King of Crypto. So we're going to go ahead and raid Maddox of Furia, who is live right now to 13 viewers. And for those people who would like to hang out and do some more good morning, afternoon, evening show, we're going to be back tomorrow, same time, 3 a.m. UTC. Playing some more games. What do we got up tomorrow, Conrad? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
Oh, well, I wanted to go back to Sandy Bird.
Oh, that would make sense. You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. We've seen what it can't do in 0.7 for each one of these games so far. Let's come back and play them again tomorrow. Same games, but we're going to play them in their current version state so we can give feedback on that. And then you guys, as developers, can come back if you like and compare and contrast and see what's going on there. And maybe we can get a better understanding of how the logic changes into 0.7.0. A couple of weeks left, so it may not be breaking in the same way. We may get those things fixed and changed as we are a few weeks out, and QA is currently testing this software. So we'll see what happens. We're going to queue up that raid over on twitch.tv right now for our 81 people on Twitch. If you would like to join us and you're watching on YouTube or Twitter or DLive or Theta, then you can join us going to twitch.tv/MADDOXOFFURYA. Let's pump it up before we leave. See you later, Twitch. All right, YouTube, Twitter. Thanks for hanging out here, everybody. We're going to be back once again tomorrow with more. Playing these games again in the current version of the Game Maker so we can give you some good and proper feedback for those. Thanks again for hanging out with us, and we will be back with more.